We then proceeded at that point into our simulated countdown.
Lunchtime, kids! All right!
Yum, 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 yum.
Hello, friends. It's lunchtime.
Well, hello. Good afternoon. It's a special Monday today. Very special.
Special indeed.
Why special, you may ask? Well, couple of things. We're so busy in this company that we're running a bit lean today, but quality does not mean quantity.
Ooh.
And with that being said, hello, it's me and Xavier.
Hi.
And Zach Lewis in the control room.
It's me. How's it going?
So today we're doing a tango between the studio and the control room.
It's true.
It's going to be fascinating.
It's going to be great no matter what happens.
Zach,
full
are you
studio
excited?
in there today. I am excited. Yeah. Do you want to introduce everybody else? Let's see. We've got chair 2. And how about chair 3? Look at that. Just a solid, hardworking crew here. It's good.
We are doing great work here.
It's true.
But hey, someone has to take the ship forward, and that is us.
Yep.
Me and Zach. And we hope that you are coming along in this incredible journey. This is so distracting to have the screen.
Is it? It's too much?
It is.
We can move it.
I guess that at some point during the break I'll do that.
Okay.
So yes. I hope you're happy that it's not raining today. I am super duper happy because, you know, Mondays are hard. And if it's raining outside, I'm kind of like, man, this is not going to work. But hey, sunny.
Sunny, definitely. I last week my apartment ceiling started leaking, which was awesome.
Right. Was that fixed?
No, nobody's come out and fixed that. I thought about calling them on the show, just for funsies, but I won't because that's some lowbrow content. That's not what we're about here.
No,
it's all good things.
high quality content.
That's right. Just rock solid. Anna, what are we talking about today?
We are having some incredible stories.
Okay.
So today we're going to talk about how dogs can make your life incredible. I mean, I don't understand how this is news. Because
I do. I don't understand how it's news. For different reasons.
It's an obvious reason. It's an obvious reason. It makes sense. And then someone else being the best tipper in town. Also, dinosaur-themed birth announcements are now a thing.
That one frustrates me. In fact, all of these frustrate me, and we'll get to that in just a second. I guess.
We're not doing an old man show, are we? It's not about frustration. It's about the best. Your look right now is amazing.
It's fine. It's a good. It'll be a fine show.
It will be the best show ever.
So what are we talking about first?
So I guess we're talking about the dog news because I haven't selected enough news for us to go through.
Okay.
And I gotta be honest, Zach today is running the control room.
I am.
Picked the articles.
I did.
And we'll be screening through all the amazing comments that we'll be having today.
Right. So let's. Yes. Do you want me to jump on this one? Or?
Yes. Why not? Please take it away.
The whole pitch is getting a dog could get you more dates. I think we've talked about this in the show before.
Kind of.
I was right back then, and Matt was convinced I was wrong. And now that he's not here to defend the point, I am going to run a train on it. So let's get started. Getting a dog could get you more dates. Research shows that people with dogs seem more approachable. That's pretty much the whole pick. Dr. Helen Fisher, a senior research fellow at the Kinsey Institute, says having a dog shows others you're nurturing and capable of taking care of something else. And in a way, societally, that's kind of a mating call of sorts, that you're willing and able to take care of things and spend time with it and love it. That's the whole pitch. Anna?
Well, I was reading the article as of right now, so you know.
Me too.
great insight. We're just like pulling out of here.
Yeah.
I love that this was published through Match.com. It was a survey on the dating website. Now, I gotta be honest. If you see these days, it's not easy to approach someone who has a small child with them. And so those are the two easy ways to approach someone, right? If someone has a pet, either a bunny, a turtle, or a dog.
We need to move that screen. That's too distracting for you.
It is.
It's fine. It's fine.
Anyway, no, I just literally saw your story. I was like, well, you really already crapping on my parade? No, sir.
No. I'm creating vibrant content.
All right, I see. Visual fun.
Yes.
So my understanding of this is if you are kind of not in company of someone else, but some little one or something, i.e. dogs or pets, you know, you have a common ground, you have a subject to talk about, I mean. So I understand the dog situation, and I totally agree. I mean, the thing is, I see a dog, the first thing I do is not looking at the owner, but looking at the dog and have kind of not a conversation with the dog, but kind of a one-way interaction because it's, oh my God, you're so cute. And then going on and on about how adorable the dog is. And then perhaps at some point remembering, oh wait, this dog belongs to someone. Let me look up and acknowledge the owner.
Right.
Am I alone here? Do you do the same?
Yeah. In the case of this unique show, you are alone. Yes, I see a dog owner. I guess I acknowledge the dog in the way that the dog is like, you know, running around on a leash doing silly things. Yes, but primarily my attention is on the owner and not the dog. I think I'm in the minority on this one. What do you think?
I think most people, it's just an easy way to actually interact with someone else, not using something specifically. And you and I both have thoughts on when people stop you and comment on something. Yesterday alone, this is like a common thing, and that's when interacting with someone else because of a pet or a small child is way different than someone interacting directly with you. So yesterday I was in the supermarket looking, you know, kind of a weekend gear, which means like outfit that is like sweatpants and comfortable wearing.
Leggings.
Yes.
Is that leggings? Is that what
Correct,
that means?
sir.
Yeah, got it.
Yes.
Got it.
So these gentlemen just kind of gets really close to me, right in my face, and I wish I could get close to the camera as close as these gentlemen was, but it would be a whole endeavor moving my microphone, so we're not going to do that.
We're not going to go to the trouble.
And perhaps
no.
it may be a bit creepy, and probably Facebook will choose that as the thumbnail, as it normally does. So these gentlemen gets really close to me, and he's like, I love your hair. Your hair is amazing. And then I back off. And I'm like,
well, you back off. You never backed on. That was the thing. You were never on board for that. That was just the thing that happened to you.
Well, but that's the thing. This social interaction was weird because he addressed me directly in a creepy way. But hey, if someone were to get close to me and say, your dog is super adorable, perhaps I wouldn't be as creeped out by that.
Well, it's removed, right? It's not as personal. It's not like your hair, your haircut, this thing that grows out of your head. It's this arbitrary kind of topic, this subject that you can be like, oh, your dog is cute. You both agreed on that, you the dog owner and the third party addressing your dog. Sure, the dog is cute. It's a good in, I guess, for what it's worth.
I love the comments on these articles. Says something like kind of like some questions. If you're a dog person, and have you ever broken up with someone over an animal? Have you?
Have I?
Well, Christine doesn't have an animal.
She
right
does
now.
not.
And you're still together, so that doesn't work. But I do know people that were together and had a pet, and one of them had to choose. They didn't do common parenting for the dog.
Okay.
But yeah, it wasn't easy, especially because of the dog. You have a very close relationship with an animal that you wanna keep by your side at all times.
Hold on. Let's, for the Peanut Gallery on Facebook, what does that mean exactly? One of them had a pet, and the other one didn't want to have a pet?
No. They were together, and they had one pet.
Okay.
And then they broke up, and they had to decide who was keeping the dog. which I guess like it's gonna be a hard. I mean, sometimes it's not. I mean, one person may not have a schedule that is kind of compatible with owning an animal, and you know, especially dogs. Cats are fine during the day. They just hang out by themselves, do their thing, do them. But yeah, dogs need.
Okay, I don't own a dog, and most people would traditionally think of me as a dog hater, I think, and I don't hate dogs. I'm not a dog owner.
You did pet sit your sister's dog.
I did, yeah. I pet sit dogs. Yeah, if family has, hey, I have a dog, and I'm going out of town for a week to my own. Sure, I'm not the greatest at it, but yeah, like your dog needs a place to stay, of course. Like it's not a problem for me. I can deal with it. I struggle with people in relationships who get a pet and aren't like married or engaged. Specifically married, and I'll tell you why. Because I think it's a very like millennial thing, to be generational, to want to experience parts of a relationship that normally you wouldn't experience until you're properly married and legally bound, and it's a real whole hassle to get a divorce. So when you're in a relationship, you might move in together, right? You might split a bank account or something. Because you're getting used to each other, you're getting acclimated. I would argue that's the reason divorce rates amongst millennials are lower than divorce rates amongst boomers. Not only because we've had less time to get divorced, but also because we feel each other out a little bit better. We get used to each other. You get used to your roommate or whoever you're living with, your BFF as it were, the person you're going to get married to, and you get acclimated, and then you decide, hey, things are good, let's move forward. And I think people stumble into this horrible place where they get a living thing to share. That's a mistake, I think. Unless like you, man... Unless, like, unless you know, it's probably a bad idea. And I think people do think they know, right? But who really knows anything at the end of the day?
But these days, people are not getting married, really.
Exactly.
I mean, people are just moving in together.
Right.
So,
well, I know how that feels.
Right?
Yeah, I think go ahead.
So I just got to say, it's part of the glue that sticks.
It is.
That sticks you to someone else.
I think having a pet as a hook for dates is the wrong reason to have a pet.
There's actually companies that let you rent a dog, and you can just also remember, you don't need to actually get a dog. Be responsible. You can be a dog walker and take someone else's dog for a walk, and just strike conversation like that. You're making someone else a favor and being a great human being.
That's the whole appeal, right? That like you're single and you can take care of a living thing. My argument is I don't understand why that would be necessarily like it's an appeal in the wrong way, I guess. I don't get why that would be like an attractive feature in a person like that, and which I realize makes me sound like a sociopath, but really. Like, that's not necessarily, if you're looking to get coffee with somebody or go out to dinner, like, whether or not they can take care of an animal is relatively arbitrary to me. I guess I get the idea. Oh, you care for something, but, like, people care about a lot of things in life. It's the reason we get up in the morning. It's because we care. It doesn't matter if that care is aimed at an animal or a hobby or a job or I don't know what. But that shouldn't really matter, but it does. People quantify that as more important because, dogs are dogs and they run around and they're living creatures, I guess.
I think it's just this study's a lie. It's just, in my opinion, people just want to hang out with people with dogs because people who have dogs are awesome.
Right.
Gotta say.
And
that's
dogs
my
are
take
cute and dogs are fluffy. Yeah, I suppose.
Who doesn't want a fluffy, drooly, incredible, happy animal around them? Of course.
I don't.
All right. Gotta be honest. We need to take a break. Are you ready? Just to kind of break. I'm just looking through all the things we need to do.
I'm getting ready. Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah. Talk amongst yourselves.
So,
how much mileage am I going to get out of that bit?
This only works because, it's video.
Right.
The audio people are going to be like, what are they talking about?
Right.
So, when we come back, it will be a short break. But when we come back, we're going to talk about this guy that is the most awesome tipper, and later on as well, dinosaurs and baby gender reveals and women in the UK.
Women in the UK?
Yeah, specifically.
What is that about?
Well, you'll have to tune in to find out.
You got that music? Are you ready for that?
I do. It's one of these, and
Go for it.
yeah.
Yep, that's music. That counts. That's good.
All right. We'll be right back.
the chicken McNuggets.
What are you making?
Sauce! We're using my mummy's recipe.
Mummy,
This better be good. It'll be great. Does your daddy have a recipe?
What's frightfully fun at McDonald's? 4 McDonald and Friends with clip-on costumes and 4 McDonald and tapes.
I like to scare myself.
8 to collect, 1 with each Happy Meal you buy.
Happy Halloween.
Now it's time for the Pizza Head Show.
Hey, everybody! I'm done trick-or-treating, and now I'm gonna go for a stuffed crust pizza at Pizza Hut. Yay!
Not yet, Pizza Head. There's one more place to go.
I don't think anyone's home.
Sure there is.
Hello, trick-or-treat! Interesting hieroglyphics on this pizza. Ah!
Quick, Pizza Head, let's go upstairs.
Hey, who lives here anyway?
It's your host, Count Steve.
Oh, nice place. You gotta... Ah! I wanna go to Pizza Hut now!
The Count will be happy to give you a lift.
Oh, hey, put me down! Put me down!
See you next time.
Ooh.
This is just so good. I just love that.
It's really something. I apologize. I was so caught up in the ad. I forgot to turn the mics on and everything. And that's the second time we've seen that. Not because I thought it was so good to run twice, because I forgot that we already did that one on Friday and ran it anyway. Honesty is what you're gonna get on the lunch break.
Oh,
welcome
Zach.
back. Yeah.
We are so real here.
Too real.
Too real. All right, so both you and I were servers in our which seems like in a lifetime, in a past lifetime by now.
I want to get into this. I didn't know you were a server.
Well, yeah.
Technically, I was never a server.
Or that. Worked in the restaurant business.
Right. I was never qualified to
Hospitality.
be a server. That was the.
Okay.
That was the deal.
Darn it! You just ruined my intro, sir.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you have something? let me reset that. Go ahead.
All right. So we both worked in the restaurant business.
Yes.
Hospitality. You guys say hospitality here as well?
I think typically we refer to the hospitality business as like hotels, right?
Okay.
Food service usually is
Food
what
service.
we call. Yeah.
All right. In the UK, it works for both, actually.
Well.
But a girl can learn. A girl can learn.
Right.
All right. So, I had actually the best tips I ever got were from American clients, believe it or not.
Oh, you mean like monetary at the end of a service?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the tips were always amazing because they were like, I understand what you're going through. And I was like, should I tell them that we are actually paid proper good money? But then I was like,
what,
no.
you mean like in the UK people were?
In the UK.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah,
right.
I keep forgetting these things.
Well, go ahead. A big part of like American culture and capitalism is looking down on others and giving them money as a way of showing that, hey, I'm better than you and I feel sorry for you. We're big on that here.
I've noticed.
So, yeah.
I moved here. No, I'm joking. I moved here and I had this debacle with my husband about like tipping and living wages and, all these things that I struggle to understand because, everywhere else in the world is different. So
right.
I was like, but why? But now, I get it. Anyway.
Listen, we're not going to have you get on the lunch break and criticize capitalism.
No,
all right. The
never.
invisible hand of the free market won't have it, Anna. So you can sit there and talk about your tips all you want, but the fact is things are great here. What is our topic?
So I was gonna say, we got a pretty good story here. So over the weekend, a server at Sup Dogs.
What's up, dogs?
Sup Dogs. In North Carolina, kind of had a great day. So she was doing her job.
As you do.
As you do.
Yeah.
And she realized that, the tip was nothing else than just $10,000.
Whoa, $10,000? Anna, don't bury the lead. What do you mean?
So, they were shocked. They thought, well, is this a mistake? But then they also thought, well, there's good people, and I'm quoting here, good people are still doing good things these days. And they got big tips, but not really like $10,000. That's insane.
This came from one person?
This came from one person.
Right.
So the mystery was kind of unraveled when they kind of, did some digging, i.e. Googling.
Yeah.
And they realized that the person leaving the tip was kind of signed as Mr. Beast.
Mr. Beast, yes.
And so Mr. Beast is on YouTube. is a YouTuber apparently, and he's known for these things. Do you know more about this, Zach? You're nodding.
I don't.
You don't.
But honestly, that tag on the end is part of what made me want to talk about this story. Because, like, maybe I'm looking at it the wrong way. Maybe I'm framing this the wrong way in my mind, but hear me out. Like, anonymous individual leaves a $10,000 tip at a restaurant. Mm-hmm. That's huge. That's tremendous. But when at the end of the article, there's a tag to the guy's social media, now I got problems. What was the point?
So you think this is a promotion, a way to promote himself?
That is exactly what I think this is. Yeah. I mean, people get online and they like buy followers, but like, man.
Hey,
what a great way to get people to check out your cool YouTube channel.
Gotta be honest, if you see people doing all sorts of pranks and being, you know, not a human being and they get famous on YouTube, might as well do that for good reasons.
I want to check out this guy's YouTube channel. Give me a minute.
All right, some live
find
production?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So I'll carry on talking. So this is the kind of thing that you think.
Introducing new Old El.
Gosh, introducing new old El Paso something. Tremendous.
So this is what happens during live production.
It's good. It's an experience. All right. So
you found it already.
Here's Mr.
My
Beast's
goodness.
YouTube channel.
All right.
Subscribe with notifications on, or I will take all your cookies. Very cool. He's got.
I mean, that first video, walking into random stores with 100 dinosaurs.
Well, it's yeah. I spent $50,000 on a lottery ticket and won. Last to leave circle wins $10,000 challenge.
Where does this guy get his money?
Surprising. Whoever that is with $10,000 live Fortnite donation.
Is he
I think.
a gamer and he's making money off?
I don't know. I don't know what he's about. I donated $30,000 to my favorite Twitch streamer.
Oh wow. Okay, so this guy clearly. Where's this money coming from? Honestly, this is, sir, Mr.
Beast.
Mr. Beast. I gotta tell you. We need.
It's a family name.
We need. Yes. I'm gonna make kind of a teaser.
Okay.
I think Real News needs you. I think we need to produce your show, sir.
Yeah,
I think I want to produce your show. I want to know more about these business, all these nonsense.
Why doesn't this guy have a podcast?
I know.
He probably does, honestly.
Yeah, he probably does, but not to the quality of these company.
My point is, like, this is like donating to a homeless person and filming yourself doing it and putting it on the internet. And if your argument is, well, hey, you're doing good things for a homeless person. No, you're not. You're doing good things for yourself. Like, that's what you're doing that for. You're doing it for the wrong reason.
I would say I would kind of do defend the fact that, you know, people share bad things on the internet. So why shouldn't someone share a good deed to inspire others to do the same?
You make a good point. It could just be my internet jaded cynicism that I have to find the negative in everything. Because obviously the silver lining here is very clear. $10,000 to a waitress at a place in North Carolina. That's tremendous. It is. Like, that's huge. But, like, couldn't it have just been that? Couldn't it have just been a thing out of the kindness of your heart? And maybe I shouldn't be criticizing, but I don't know. I know. What do you think?
I do think it's a good deed that deserves to be shared.
Yeah.
Honestly, and I think sometimes we do get stuck on the bad things in the world. So if someone, I mean, this guy could have donated more to a Twitch player. He decided to do it for a really hardworking waitress who deserved to, you know.
Yeah, assumedly
have some
hardworking,
extra money.
Yes.
We're still in the good wave here. Let's
I know.
ride the good wave.
I gotta turn this whole thing around. Yeah.
Hard-working waitress who, you know, did not expect those $10,000. Well, it does say that she didn't keep all of the money. She just kept a big chunk.
And
split the rest among her coworkers.
Which
now they do not define one.
Which is tremendous. Like, pass it along, pay it forward. Like, that's great.
Right.
That's a really cool thing to do.
I know, and it's true. I mean, after being you know, given all that money and kind of having good positive vibes in your life, you're kind of like more inclined to do the same for others. So yeah. If anything, I think it's a pretty good thing. Just pay it forward. Yeah. I totally agree. I don't think we're gonna have time to go over all the things. All these this clock is so confusing. We have in the studio we have a clock saying 1:53.
We don't have a. Yeah, if you look...
Clearly not. I guess
on the right side of the frame there, you can kind of see it's 1350 something.
So confusing.
Yeah.
So no need to stress. Zach, can you please turn on the studio computer fader up?
You got some music?
You just ruined my moment right
Man,
now.
okay.
Darn it.
Hold on. Yeah, it's fine. All right, I got it. It's on.
Is it on? Okay.
It's ready to go.
So this is happening.
You needed it all the way up.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I kind of did.
You want to take that again?
All right.
From the top.
So I already forgot my line, but hey, here you go.
Perfect.
Oh my god. Such a benefit to this show to do these live production with sound effects. That's what we're here for. That's what we live for.
I can't tell if you're serious or you're kidding, Anna. And that's a valuable skill I think more people need to have in the world.
I know, yeah. Poker face, that's what we all need.
Poker face.
Now, we're kind of, do you want to go for a break or do you want to jump into the next subject? I'm totally with you. So whatever you need to do.
Gosh. Let's take a break.
All
Why
right,
not? Yeah,
we'll take a break.
Let's catch our breath.
Short break,
Yeah.
and we'll talk about more things, including dinosaurs and British women. So stay tuned. And I'm going to play a track.
Got it?
Which will fade us out.
Ooh, that'll work.
Yeah.
I'm a ghost. I'm a ghost. And I haunt all of the bad little boys who tell big fibs and break up toys. I'm a ghost. I'm a ghost. And I'm after kids who fuss and fight and never wash their necks at night. Don't I can to a doggy's tail. I'll get you when the moon turns pale. I'm a ghost. I'm a ghost. I'm a snooky, ooky, spooky, wooky, eerie, dreary, scary ghost.
That was good. Matt Stoker, you genius of breaks.
You brilliant man.
We need to find you kind of a title like Khaleesi in Game of Thrones, the endless title, kind of racking up as he carries on doing incredible achievements.
Father of creative breaks. I love it.
Yes.
Some good stuff.
Totally. That's probably what we should be doing sometime on Friday before he arrives.
Okay. Yeah, we'll get that together.
I think so. So, Zach.
Yeah.
How do you feel about, you know, baby gender or baby announcements?
Ooh. I think ultimately they're a good thing. I feel like it sets a weird precedent. I look back, right, in my millennial upbringing, and I wonder if my parents had a video of them doing something goofy on the internet to announce my gender arrival, and it had a bunch of likes and stuff and comments from people who have grown up to kind of know as like my godparents or whoever, you know. I feel like that's weird. I wonder what kind of stage you're setting for a kid, if any. And I'm not a parent, so I don't know. I have no idea what that'll do. But like, I don't know. I'm weird about it, I guess. I guess it's cool. I guess I get it. But like, I do worry people like way overdo it. There'll always be people on the internet like that.
Right. I think what you're bringing up is a valid point, because there's people that, you know, the baby will be born and they will create an Instagram account for the baby and say, I am an influencer.
Yeah.
For baby products.
Sure.
I've seen that.
Great. Just starting your child's brand way early.
Right. You know, and branding as when you become an adult and when you start working and you apply for jobs and people do screen the internet for content, I do not want to know what it will come up in, you know, 10 years, 20 years. The millennials or like just children that have been born in an era of internet and sharing and oversharing. How that will look for them. Look like for them.
We shouldn't tumble too far down this rabbit hole, but my theory ultimately is it will force people to be more honest about who they really are. That's my theory. You look at like the Brett Kavanaugh stuff. You remember that guy?
Yeah.
Nobody knows. Nobody has proof of what might have happened or didn't happen. They've got a couple calendars that say Beach Week on them. There's nothing real solid. But if you have somebody's entire internet history, there's no getting around it.
Yeah,
there's photos of you at this thing. You're tagged in this whatever. Yeah, I think it will force us to be more honest with who we really are. Right. That's what I think. And I know there's people out there that are like terrified of what's the world gonna look like when we have all that. I think I think it'll be better. Maybe
we'll
that's
be
crazy.
Okay. I mean, we'll survive. We survived all the things. I mean, we survived a nuclear explosion.
That's right.
So it's pretty good. It wasn't an explosion in Chernobyl. We survived Chernobyl, so we're good.
So,
all right.
Gender reveals, Anna.
All right. So after going for like a hard turn, coming back to the subject. So a Dallas family actually went viral because, and I really need you to click through the article.
You
and
need
show
this
the photos.
photo, right? That's important.
Hey, listener and viewer, you need to hop on the video section, and if you're just listening and you are at work, you need to just like come right here because Zach is about to blow your mind.
This is good. Yeah. Here.
This is the greatest. Look at this.
This was in Dallas family.
Yes. So a local family shared this amazing story. And actually, there's something, it's kind of like an awe moment. Because not only, they as you can see, they already have 4 children. But they wanted to share it in a kind of like special way because the mother, Nicole, she suffered a miscarriage. And so she wanted to kind of, you know, as a way of grieving and kind of, you know, making the 5th child an announcement. She wanted to take the next step, and she wanted to kind of celebrate life and take it to a point where, you know, you kind of understand what happened in the past, but at the same time it's like, look, this is amazing.
It's a phenomenally like positive approach.
It is.
Following a tragedy. Yeah.
Yeah, she did say we had a lot of ups and downs, and you know, when we found out that we were pregnant, you know, we couldn't be happier. So they did go the extra mile to showcase what the arrival was meaningful to them. They wanted to showcase how incredibly happy they were, and here you can find them just holding hands. And what I find hilarious is that, you know, T-Rex normally have really short arms, but hey, they're holding each other. They're hugging.
They are hanging on to each other's arms.
So we just joined by the one and only Josh Hard. Now the camera angle, is it? It's good. Is it good?
It's not great. Also, I should turn his
production.
mic on. Yeah. Go ahead and tilt him back just a hair.
I'm sorry. I should have just stayed out.
No. You should join us. This is good. This is great. Oh, this is perfect. Oh, yeah. It looks great. Yep. Perfect.
Hooray. All right.
Like a kid on picture day. Like just sit there, smile. Yeah.
So, Josh, we're talking about Dallas family.
Yep.
And they are announcing the arrival of the 5th child. And this is, I must say, before you say anything, there's a positive twist.
I love it.
So they...
I love it.
So the mother, whose name is Nicole Berkeley, she had a miscarriage. And, you know, when they found out that, you know, they were pregnant and, you know, everything was fine, they wanted to announce it to the world in the best, most positive, most awesome way. And here they are, all dressed up as dinosaurs and with a hatching egg.
So
Look at that.
I'm anxious to tear this whole thing apart and explain why it's much more negative than positive.
Don't do it.
I think
But
this
we
is
shouldn't do
hilarious.
that. Yeah,
This is
that
great.
shouldn't. That's
Bail.
not what we're
Is
doing
great,
on this show.
everybody.
So this is all good things.
You know what? If you're going to announce, the gloriousness that is bringing a child into this world, I think you have carte blanche to do it any way that you choose.
I think you can announce a child's gender, exactly how you like. For the kids that are still around, man, dressing your 4 kids up in T-Rex outfits and putting them on the internet, that's
Not
a bummer.
one of those has a face saying, I love doing it, which is
totally.
weird. Me at that age, I would have been all about that.
Sure.
I bet that you can zoom in into that.
I've been trying. It doesn't look like I can click on
Control
it. So
plus?
I'm all right. All right. Anna, thank you for the control plus. Let's see. Ooh, yeah, there we go.
Justin.
Yeah.
You were rolling on there, so
man.
look at that. But the funny thing is that normally you get to, parents are kind of quick to cover their kids' faces on Facebook, but they are the 2 ones that are completely covered,
So,
which is hilarious.
Looking at the 2 adult dinosaurs, this is a game I like to play. Guess which one you think is the male and which one is the female.
Oh, come on. That is not fair.
Well, whichever one's taller. Right?
It's like 50%.
They're the same height, yeah.
It's like 50-50, really.
Yeah, you could go either way.
I don't think so. I think the one on the well, I can't move the mouse to the other side. The one, that side. I think that's the male.
You think so?
And that's the mom.
I'm going to say the other way around because
No.
I have absolutely no scientific basis for this, but I once met a wedding photographer and he was telling me that my wedding pictures were all wrong because
You were on the wrong side?
Yes.
What?
And I was like,
What is that, a standard?
Yep.
yeah.
No.
Like before you get married, the woman must be on like the left or the right or whatever, and then when you get married, you must shift to the other side. I'm like,
I'm just going,
why?
and again,
Why?
I know I've taken this, I've come in again, I'm taking the segment way off course, but I'm looking at the leg placement.
Huh.
I was going to say, same thing.
One
Yeah,
guy is man-spreading.
Stance, yeah.
And the other one is being more
Pointed.
polite and,
Oh, there we
and
go.
feminine.
All right.
Yeah.
Josh cracked the puzzle.
Booyah.
Yeah.
There we go. That's all we needed.
Yeah,
You just
yeah.
arrived. You just solved the mystery, and
Yeah, now we can
that's
move
all.
on.
I can't say. I gotta be honest. Nothing about here talks about the gender. It's just a baby announcement.
Right, we don't actually
the
find
way
out.
I framed it was kind of like baby gender reveal. But
Well, we
clearly
know
it's not.
it's coming in April.
Yeah.
And I don't think they're going to announce the gender. We didn't announce the gender in ours. We were in London for ours, and so we took a picture next to like Big Ben.
Aw.
And we did the little hearts over the tummy photo that everyone does.
That's really, you did a heart? I would expect something like throwing a tea bag and a pendulous, like 12.
Why would I teabag?
I don't know. Just thinking, because you're in London, you can make it
London.
themed.
They just have tea everywhere.
Yeah.
You know?
No, we did. We were next to a iconic red telephone booth, and Big Ben was in the background.
I see.
He's got the advantage, Anna, because his last name's Hart. So you work hard into anything.
Oh.
You're on your way. Yeah.
Love.
That's brand synergy. Yeah.
I
That's
see.
how that works.
Yeah, that works.
Done.
That
yeah.
works.
So we did that, and then that was put on our Christmas card.
Aw.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite? Was there like a set of friends that did
Oh,
something?
a kid? Yes. My only one is my favorite.
The one.
Yeah.
Do you have a friend that you look back and you're like, man, I wish I had thought of that?
Oh, like a clever gender reveal?
Yeah. Or just like
No.
a baby announcement.
No.
No.
I liked ours. Everyone's done with them. Like, oh, that's cool.
Okay.
Because very few people, minus Zach, and sometimes myself, look at a baby announcement and go, ugh. Yeah, it's a special kind of person that looks at someone saying, we're having another child, and isn't this marvelous? And goes, ugh, I can't believe it. It's a special kind of person.
Well,
so I think for the most part, people see those and they're happy and they're glad. No matter what you do, it's gonna be, as long as you're not trying to make a weird joke and that doesn't land. I think everything that you do, as long as it's generic and sweet, you're fine.
Right. I'm trying to find a baby announcement, but it's very gory.
What?
Gory?
And
You're trying to find
can't
it. What?
show it. I can't
Like,
show
does it involve blood?
It was,
So, okay, never mind. I take it back.
It's Halloween themed.
There are
Okay.
things that you can do that go the wrong direction. And I think if you involve blood for your announcement, you may have missed the mark.
It's tough because I get it. Everybody's got a different approach to gender reveal. But there was that story of that cop, out in California, that shot an explosive with a shotgun or something, and it started a forest fire. Arguably, you can go too far. There is a bar. There is a Clark Griswold approach, which is just too much.
But that was a gender reveal, right?
I think, yeah.
Yeah. So gender reveal is different than an announcement. Gender reveal is like the pink or the blue,
Right.
and that's how you find out
And that's
tell
not
the world.
what this is. Okay.
And this is we're having a baby. Which, again, some people I know don't say anything.
Right, that's also an option.
You only find out because they post a picture of the kid. And I have 3 or 4 friends who refuse to post their picture, their kid's face on social media. They'll do their back, they'll do their feet or their hands, but never their face.
Josh, how is their child going to grow a brand online if they're not
I don't
posting
know.
pictures of them? That's setting them back.
It can't be a baby influencer.
I'm fine with it. Obviously, because I don't care. But their reasoning I thought was interesting is because they said that their child hasn't given consent. And what they didn't want to do is, there's tons of pictures that my mom has that are Polaroids or whatever, the actual point and click and print them out. That are super embarrassing of me. There's one of me in a big salad bowl, the giant aluminum salad bowls, and I'm getting a bath outside.
Right, those are the ones that I'm always kind of icky when I see them. Will you're icky in the
I
sense
was adorable, by the way, so don't get icky on me. But and they're I would hate it if that was on Facebook somewhere. And so that's what they're kind of saying. We have photos that we have that are private for us, but as far as of our kid, they haven't given consent to share those. And when they turn 16, 18, whatever it is, if they want to go back through all these photos and print and send out and post different things of TBT, there we go, they can totally do that.
Yeah, I agree with you, but there's a lot of potential for embarrassment.
We post lots of pictures of Harvey's face, so we don't fall in that same category. But I would say none of those are embarrassing.
Right.
Only the adorable ones.
Right, and you have a kind of a private profile, right?
We have a private Instagram.
Yeah, so not everyone can access those.
You have to get approved.
And there's a lot of people that say, your kid could be, but unless you are a celebrity, I don't see any danger.
No.
I mean,
I'm not worried about our kid being snatched up or anything. I mean, my wife is, and ultimately, I guess I am worried about it. I don't want it to happen. I don't think it's a likelihood. One of the things that we do have, and it's so weird now, the things that people are buying and selling that involve with those things. There's a little band that goes around your sippy cup. Mm-hmm. And it has the kid's name on one side, then it has the braille of their name on the other side.
Oh, cool.
But it's not two tones, all one tone. And they do that so if a stranger from across the way sees your kid holding a sippy cup, he can't see the name. And go hey, my son's name, come here, and lure him over there because he can't see what the name is. So you have to be close enough to actually grab them to see what the name on the cup is, but you can still identify whose cup's whose.
I see.
There's just a lot of products out there to help kids stay safe.
Yeah, there's one thing that I do not know where I land on this because I see the purpose, and at the same time, I'm kind of thinking, I mean, humans have survived thousands of years without this, but at the same time, now we have more dangers. Not being a parent, I am kind of, tiptoeing in this subject, which is, I don't know what the official name is, but leashes. I don't know how.
Oh, no. We have one. We have one.
You have one?
And I'll tell you this. Prior, 6 months ago, we would have said never in a million years.
Right.
We would never do that. That's so embarrassing. How ridiculous. There's a lot of things that people...
Is there a specific name, though?
I don't know what they're called.
Okay.
I think it's just a backpack that has a a little cord attached
Everybody,
to it.
everybody knows. You say leash.
It's a
we
leash.
know.
Yeah, we get it. I'll be honest. There are tons of things that I said that I would never do when I had a kid, if I ever had a kid, that we are definitely doing now that I have a kid.
Right.
And you kind of get that change of perspective. One of those is the backpack leash. It is a zoo backpack. Has a bee on it. It's adorable. I'll tell you this though. He has a fail-safe when he's wearing it. When you put that backpack on, he hates it and he just goes limp. And he's like falls to the ground. Yeah.
He knows.
He
like,
knows.
Nah,
He goes, I can
limiting.
outlast you. I will wear you out with this. And so, yeah, he just falls. We got it because he likes to run. And so we're going to Washington, D.C. In X amount of weeks. And we are worried about him just scattering and being gone. We're planning on going to some museums. And I could see him being the kid who, like, knocks down the priceless American artifact and breaks it and then makes headline news.
And then we talk about him on the lunch break.
Yeah, all because he was not wearing his safety harness. Safety harness is the name.
Oh, safety harness.
Yes.
There we go. All right. Okay. But that's where I led because I'm not a parent. I've never been through it. So
just wait. You'll say, I would never do that. And then you'll have a kid and you'll go, you know what? Totally see it. Makes perfect sense. I'll have 2 of them.
I'm not a fan. It's funny, on the outset, I'm not a fan of like the child leash, but like at the same time, I totally get it. Like it just makes sense, right? Like, okay, I like socially, it's a little awkward. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But like, you know, from a basic practical standpoint, totally makes sense. Yeah, 100%.
I think as long as it's like on their chest and it's safe and you're not like, you know, it's not like you're doing like the full harness and.
But that's how it started, right? Like many, many years ago, I remember seeing already in London a lot of children with the harnesses, and I'm like,
this has
but now with backpacks,
like
kind of makes more sense.
Yeah, like no, it's a backpack with a string attached to it that you can hold and keep him close by. It's not a harness.
I love how you're trying to frame this in a different way.
Yeah.
All right, so we do have one last story, and now we have Christina. The chairs have been filled.
And I have her mic turned on.
Yay, hello.
Hi.
Hello, Christina. All right, so we are kind of a full studio right now. So I think we can just go to like a quick break, like flash, and we're back.
Okay.
And then so that I can actually read the article.
Anna, don't tell people. Come on, you gotta.
That's what we've been doing all show.
Yeah, it's been a good show.
All right,
guys,
okay.
yeah.
So I'm playing the funky key.
You're playing the funky key. Wait. Got it.
There we go. We'll be back in a second. All right. Woo-hoo.
The term deranged sociopath gets thrown around a lot by the media, but it really applies to my next guest. Please welcome Jason. How are you? That's good. Oh, I know what I wanted to ask you. You didn't kill anybody with that big knife you usually kill people with. Did you change because you were afraid of being typecasted as just a big knife killer?
So many questions.
So disappointed Matt couldn't be here for that. That was
I know.
yeah.
What a gem.
What a gem.
Gotta be honest. It was pretty good. Anyway, so we're going from murderers to women, BFFs, and hubs. So this study in the UK, but now the interesting thing is that this is very important. This is key now. So this survey was conducted by Chemney Hill. Sorry, let me try that again. Chemney Health Spa.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Okay. So they say they asked over 1,500 women, married women in particular. They asked them about their friendships and their relationships, and apparently 44% admit that they can find in their BFF more than their other half.
Of course.
Because they say, and this is what is fascinating, they say that their BFFs are less irritating than their spouse. Where do we land on this?
I think that falls in the category of obviously.
Really?
My wife and I don't have any secrets from each other. But I know there are probably lots of times she gets very annoyed with me just in general because we live together, we're always seeing each other.
Information overload.
Yeah, it's like, you know what? I love, let's just say, I love pasta or pizza, but you have pizza every single day, and this is not a euphemism for anything else. This is just the food pizza, and you're there all the time. When you have a different relationship with your BFF, who you may talk to once or twice a week. You may text with periodically, but you're not seeing a lot of the annoying things about them because they're not there. So although my wife and I share everything and talk about everything, I'm sure because of the rarity or the lack of access to her best friend, it feels and seems like she gets more enjoyment from that than she would talking to me.
But this is not about enjoyment. They say they rather confide more.
Yeah, but I think they feel that way. And because the one thing that you don't talk about to your significant other is them. So you would never be like, you know what, Diego, you're being a real jerk right now.
Oh, I totally tell him that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And my wife tells me the same thing too. But I think when they're venting about something, sometimes they go to their friends and be like, ugh, I can't believe blah, 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 blah. And they kind of bounce off of those.
Yeah. Do you agree with me?
Yeah, of course he does. And that's one thing is your girlfriend's also always going to be like, oh God, yeah, totally, girlfriend. I can't believe he would do that. I'm just assuming that works both for guys and girls.
Is that because she doesn't have any skin in the game? Is that the
right? Yeah. Like she's just whatever. I'm just here for some mimosas.
You don't have the other.
Yeah, I'm just having a good time. And so I have no skin in this game. So I'm going to support you. And I know when my friends because guys. And if I'm wrong, Zach, jump in.
Yeah.
Guys that I've hung out with aren't really like, oh, man, I think my relationship's in trouble.
No.
Never. Never once have had a guy go, you're not going to believe what she did today. Ugh. Never.
Doesn't happen.
It only happens after they break up. And they go, oh, my gosh, me and so-and-so are done. And then all the friends go, oh, man, she sucked. Anyway, you're fine.
Yeah, she was crazy, dude.
Yeah, she was crazy. And that's about as far as it goes.
It's a sad thing, though, because, I mean, a lot of men feel like they don't have emotional support from their buddies because they don't have the emotional... All right,
Go ahead.
What is the word?
Emotional?
So, no. What I was saying is, like, a lot of guys feel like they can't talk to their mates about emotions.
I would say that's not true.
Okay.
I would just say, like, I go to my friends for different reasons.
But you don't share if you're struggling or if something is wrong. So you really don't.
I don't, but I don't think it's because that's not what guys talk about when the guys get together.
I see Christina nodding a lot.
What's funny down there?
I relate with guys better than I do girls. Like I've had a lot of guy friends, and I've just seen that they don't really go to their friends when it's dire. Like they kind of just deal with it themselves, and they go to their friends. They're like, "Hey, bro, let's hang out. I need to get away from these women."
It's funny. I got my old college roommate. I try to we talk probably a couple times a week. We play Xbox till like 3 a.m. But regardless of me being a child, he has been seeing this one girl for like months now, right? And like I still don't really ask. I call her the chick, and like he calls her the chick, and like that's it. And like obviously he has like an intimate relationship with this person. He's been seeing her for months. They hang out multiple times a week. It really gets in the way of me playing Xbox. And I still am not like, you know, I figure, well, if you've got something to say, you'll let me know. And otherwise, like, I assume everything's cool. Yeah, we just talk about, you know, sports or cigars or something.
I have a friend who's married, and I forget his wife's name sometimes.
Oh, Josh.
And I'm like, how's your wife doing? I tried to remember her name, and I couldn't do it.
Right.
Guys just don't talk about that. Like, I had a friend who we knew was having marital problems, and he called and he wanted to hang out and play Topgolf. So we went out, we played Topgolf, drank beer, had food, chatted. It was a great time, great conversation. Came back. My wife was like, how did it go? And I was like, it was fun. Talked about football, played Topgolf for a while, had some beers. Like, yeah, but about his relationship. I was like, never came up. Never once came up.
Yeah.
How could it not come up?
Yeah,
it just doesn't.
I
know. It's wild.
You're just running away.
Not running away.
He's like trying to talk, and you're like, oh, the swing that way.
It's my turn. It's the 4. Yeah, no. And I have no problem. I would say I'm probably more sensitive than most men, and I'm very comfortable having those kind of conversations.
They just don't happen.
They just don't happen. I'm not going to like twist your arm to like talk about your relationships. I'll go wherever the conversation wants to go. I don't go, well, no, I'm not. Come on, bruh. We're not talking about that. Come on, bruh.
Right. It's kind of, okay, this is going to be a horrible analogy.
I like it.
And I'm not married, so hear me out. When I go on vacation, right, I usually don't check my work email. I check it like a cursory amount, but I don't really look at it. And there's other people that go on vacation, and they look at their work email the whole time. Like, they're checking them. They may not respond directly, but they're on it because they don't want to be away from that idea for too long of work, or else it'll stress them out and it'll be too much. They have to be plugged in some form or fashion. Whereas I see value in completely unplugging. In looking at other things, maybe I'll find solace in the problem I really have. Like, if I can focus on other stuff, I'll come back around and things will be great, right?
Yep.
In a way, guys don't check their work email on vacation, and women seem to, if that makes any sense at all.
I see where you're going. I see what you mean by it being a bad
analogy.
Yeah. I see where you're going with it now. Yeah. And I think that's probably true too. I think we, unless it's really bad, I've only had one relationship ever where I was like, oh man, like this can't be. This is really weird, right? I'm not crazy. I'm about to end this. I'm just gonna run it past like 4 or 5 guys. Be like, I'm totally justified here. This isn't going to get any better ever, right? Unless it's been that one rare occasion, just either it's bad enough where I know it's over, so it's done, or it's okay, or it'll get better. So I just I work through it. I know, but guys, I think girls think guys are super chatty about relationships, and I've never known a guy who is.
I've never met a guy that was chatty at all. About a relationship.
I'm super chatty, just not about relationships.
Right. No, but talking about like problems, I don't think I've ever, unless the person is the drama king and is looking for just that moment to just be the center of attention and be like, you know what? I'm not in the spotlight anymore. What can I do? And they dig for dirt.
Right. They got other problems then.
Right. Yeah. So that was the only really occasion that I thought about it. Anyway, so I guess that's it. That's it. We gotta go. Sorry.
I love the wrap. Well, that's it, guys. We're done.
Sorry.
Yeah. I'm just looking at the clock and I'm like,
sorry, not sorry. Why the clock that's completely inaccurate in there? You mean?
Yeah. 2:27.
14, 20, whatever that says.
Yeah, 27.
Great.
That threw me off at first. I was like, what?
What's happening?
Yeah. Ooh, misleading. Anyway. Oh.
Is that mine?
No, it's mine.
So
great conversation, everyone.
Great talk, everybody. Thank you for joining us, for finding some time to join the lunch break.
Yeah.
And that's how we exit team, because I can't talk my way out. Anyway, thank you for joining us. We'll be here on Friday, and we'll have great quality content for Fridays. So be on the lookout for that. And what should I come out with? All right.
Got something?
Because we're going. This is so sad. we're going.
How long is this bed?
7 seconds long.
Okay. So I don't have much time
I'm
for
gonna
a
stop
segue.
it. I'm
That's
gonna
what
stop
hearing.
it. All right. Okay. So I've been an Xavier, and there's an empty chair where Josh was, and then there's Christina. There's Zach Lewis in the control room.
Bye.
Thank you so much for joining us on this roller coaster of emotion and stories and all the things. And have a happy Monday. And I'm gonna play some music to just exit us. Thank you.
Love
have
it.
a great day.